Hello there, everybody, and welcome to another Crowncast. This is the 20th episode, and I have a guest with me today. It's the awesome fanfiction writer, Layla Alvar. Welcome.
Hello there. How's everyone doing?
I think they would answer fucking bloody amazing.
I agree.
So, for people that wasn't in the beginning of when you were on the show come on, you haven't been on in a while, so tell
I
the
know.
people who you are.
Well, I'm 22. I'm going to be 23 in November. And a majority of my time I'm working, so I don't really have time to participate on the show as much as I did in the beginning. So, yeah.
Work can do that to you.
I know it's pretty exhausting. I mean, I come home like not wanting to do anything, and I used to make artwork for the show all the time,
Yeah,
but I don't have the energy to do it anymore, which kind of sucks.
yeah. I wish I could have a job, but that's an issue for me.
You
So
wouldn't be able to do the Chromecast if you had a job.
there would be less guest featured
Yeah.
ones. It would probably would be even more just me doing it solo because then I could do it at any time.
Right, and it would be a lot shorter too.
Yeah, about 30 minutes of my day, 30, 40 minutes is
Right.
every of my Crowncast. So, I mean, you could do that before even going to work, like John usually does when he comes on my.
What else do you want to know about me, Mark?
What's your hobbies and stuff outside of uh, your work, or you don't have energy to do anything other? Like, what the hell?
Long pause there. Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, good. I think we're having some technical difficulties.
Yeah.
It's all good though. I can hear you now.
Okay. I was waiting to hear you if you were gone, but
Me
Skype.
too.
I looked at Skype and said it didn't say anything was wrong with the conversation. So I wonder what the hell just happened.
What just happened?
So I think I asked you about what kind of hobbies you have, and then it
What kind of job I have?
now hobbies.
Oh, my hobbies. Well, I'm really into movie making because I went to school just for movie making and screenwriting, which was really hard because
Yes.
I'm very sensitive about like how people critique my writing. So that was really difficult for me to like sit there and have my teacher telling me, "No, this doesn't make sense. Like, no, this isn't right." And I'm like, "No." Um, but yeah, I'm really into movie making. Unfortunately, I don't have a lot of time to go to the movies as often as I would like to. But yeah, that's my thing. Just movies. And a
Yeah.
little bit of gaming, but with my job, like I really don't have the time or the energy to get into that.
Yeah. It depends on what kind of work you have, really. If you have a high energy maintenance job where you have to be where you use a lot of energy, then
Yeah,
it
I'm on
takes a
my
toll.
feet all day, so, you know, it's exhausting.
Yeah. Um, movie making interesting because if you have listened to what I've said, you know that I also did movie stuff as well.
Yeah,
So
I'm so jealous.
so yeah, I mean it's movie doing movies is kind of what I would want to do, or just work in a like a TV studio or something like that, because I find it extremely lot of fun. So that's but the script writing
Definitely.
is interesting because I have written uh, three almost three scripts on a like movie series I was doing,
Mhm.
and you have uh, when I read it back like 4 or 5 months later, I realized that most of the stuff didn't really make it wasn't that obvious, and many stuff was like you wouldn't understand that really, or the transitioning is doesn't really work and that sort of stuff. So I mean, the best when you do script writing is really writing the whole thing and then just drop it for a couple months and just go back to it.
Right.
But when you do it on the fly and you have to have a time limit on it, you have to have someone else look at it all the time. So
Oh yeah, definitely.
so
You have to map out everything from like beginning to end, because if you just do what I do, well, what I normally do is I write on the whim and go from there. But that's not a very smart idea when it comes to screenwriting, because you have to know exactly how it's going to end, or else you won't write a good story. Or at least
yeah.
that's what I've been told.
Yeah, the ending has been a problem for my. It was the biggest problem with my uh, uh, scripts I've written, because I the endings are okay, but it's not. Since I did like a series of movies, it's hard to get that first one good, because it's gonna continue. You already know that, so.
Definitely.
So it's if I ever go back and have to do, I still have the scripts, but I need to change almost half of it and add stuff to it. Uh,
Right.
but it's almost when the first draft I did was almost over 200 pages.
Oh my.
Yeah, and I
That's a lot.
yeah, and
I couldn't even get through 10 pages. Like, no way.
I wrote almost everything in the beginning by hand. So I
By
had
hand.
yes, and then
Oh my. That's
yeah,
impressive, Mark. I
yeah,
did everything on my computer because I downloaded this thing where you can write screenplays and it does everything for you. Like, it fills it out and everything. So,
okay,
mhm.
yeah, but it's easier when you write by hand, because it goes with the
What if
flow
you make a
easier.
mistake? If you make a mistake
Well,
and
when
you
you have to put it into the computer afterwards. So
Oh, okay.
that's why
Ah,
it takes a little longer, but it's also it's good for you, because then your first draft is the one you write, and then you
right.
see stuff when you write it into the computer that you made mistakes and stuff, so it already becomes improved that way.
Mm-mm. Good to know.
Also, when I wrote it into computer, I had a friend help me out with that as well. But
Right.
since he moved, I haven't really written scripts that much anymore, because it was so much easier. Just when we met, we just worked. It's kind of
Right.
hard to when you're by yourself, just say, okay, now I'm gonna work.
It's no fun.
Especially for me, who is interested in movies, TV, anime. I mean, there's always something that attracts my attention.
Mhm.
Stuff. Yeah, so I think it's about time we talk about the great first chapter of the. Well, maybe we should say at least what the hell, how this came to be, really.
Right. I would have to say that the Ramborge Dorman, like, if you're curious how this whole thing started, he's the person to direct you to, because this all started on Twitter,
Yeah,
because I follow you and I follow Rachel, and we used to talk about how you had trouble finding a girl, you
yeah,
know?
I know.
And I noticed that you kept tweeting Rachel, so I was like, I'm gonna help this guy out, So I nudged her a bit, and I was like, I think this Mark guy has a bit of a thing for you. And somehow, out of nowhere, the Ramborgian Dorman like includes himself in the conversation, and everything just goes downhill from there. Do you agree, Mark?
Yeah, yeah. I can't remember exactly, but I don't think
It was a
Rachel was
circus.
in the conversation in the beginning.
Right, right. She didn't say much in the beginning. She was just kind of like, And then when Ramborgian Dorman including himself in, like, she just started saying some pretty sexual things.
Yeah, it went onwards from there.
Yeah, so I thank the Ramborgian Dorman for doing that because he's the reason why I started doing this. And
Wasn't it you who said you should somebody I should do a fan fiction of this, or was the Ramborsha Dorman the one
No,
who?
it was me. It was me, but
Yeah,
it was his ideas that he threw out there that really got me like, maybe I should write a fanfic about this, you know?
yeah. He's great on writing stuff. I mean, or doing crazy stuff. I mean,
Yeah,
d-
he's an amazing writer, and that's why I wanted him to review it before I unleashed it, because, I trust his opinion.
yeah.
So,
I mean, it's hilarious. Most of his content when he goes on like meet a stranger, those one are hilarious. Talk about incest with people or stuff like.
yeah, about something to do with an alleyway and wanting to, like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm hoping it's a man, because if he turns out to be a woman, I will question her a lot.
I think it will just be hilarious for the.
It would be a twist.
Yeah, it would definitely be a twist. Yeah. So, how long did it take to write and stuff?
Well, with work and all, like it took me a couple days. Like I would write the first two lines and then back to work, and then I would get back into it again, and then finally, like I was like, I'm gonna have it done by Tuesday, August 6th. You know,
Yeah.
and I was like, that'd be perfect. To give myself like a deadline so that I can like finish it, or else I'll never finish it.
Yeah. Usually.
So.
It's,
So yeah, that helped me a lot, and I finished it. And unfortunately, I didn't have time to do artwork because that was my original plan. You
yeah.
remember? I really wanted to include artwork with it to kind of add to the story, and I will get into that again and try to
Yeah.
include that.
I mean, I think that's why it takes longer for Rambosh and Dorman to get that thing done.
I know, I'm pretty excited about his too.
Yeah, I don't even
hmm
gonna. Is he doing like the Ramboshan wedding we talked about, or
I
do you,
think so. I'm not quite sure. He's very secretive about his project, so I don't
yeah,
know.
yeah, it will be interesting which people he include or in his story.
Mhm. And he's actually gonna be in chapter 2. He's gonna make an appearance, so you can imagine what's gonna happen. I'll let you think about it.
I don't think it's to be expected, really. Especially with both Dorman's and Rachel comments, it makes sense that he's in it.
Yeah, well, that's how the ice cream thing came to be, because Rachel tweeted me about how she had like yogurt on her tit or something. You remember that?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I was
yeah,
like,
I
well,
know.
how am I going to include yogurt in this? So I immediately thought ice cream, which you apparently in real life don't like. What's
No,
up
I
with
don't.
that?
No, not that. I mean, I can. I eat ice cream, but just from the fact that I jump up and down in this one screaming ice cream, it's just okay. Just trying to imagine for myself doing that. That's just why I mean No, I like ice cream, but it's just I'm not to that
You
extent.
you wouldn't jump up and down. I get it. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's hilarious to me, like Cube World and stuff. It makes sense when you started this because I probably was talking all about Cube World at that point. It's funny because I haven't played it for like 3 weeks or something like that. So
Yes, yes. That's exactly what happened.
yeah,
And I
yeah,
was gonna include your sister originally, when she first came on the Crowncast,
yeah.
but I was like, nah, it doesn't work. I got rid of that. Maybe she'll make an appearance in the future, but for now, no. Sorry.
That- it would be hilarious. I think
Yeah.
if she was in it. Okay.
Don't worry, Mark. It won't be any incest, so
No, no, no.
relax.
I know. I, I know you're better than that too. To do something like that.
Mhm.
Okay, so we can just go through it step by step. In the beginning, it's the saying that I'm just indoors, playing games instead of outside. It's pretty, yeah, it's pretty much what I would do.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. It's been one of the best summers in years, and I'm barely outside because
Yeah,
I
that's
don't,
why you're so pale, because you don't get much sunlight, so.
no, I don't. I don't find it. I don't really want to just be out in the sun most of the time. I don't know.
Well, who does, honestly? Like, everyone wants to be inside on their computers and to do nothing.
Yeah, I don't know. Some stuff like I barely go swimming in the ocean anymore
Really?
because I have no motivation to do it. I don't know why, but I don't have any.
You're just an indoor person. Yeah.
Yeah, no, but you used to when it's
Mhm.
summer going to the beach and all stuff like that. Especially when I was in Australia.
Yeah.
So yeah, then okay, we go back to the and me not eating for 16 hours. It could have happened. It happens.
Really?
Yeah.
You're exaggerating. No way.
Yeah,
16 hours?
yeah, I probably could go there if it's we fit in something like sleep in between. I mean, technically, I don't. I eat maybe. Let's say I eat sometime 12 at night, and then I go to bed. I probably or stay up a bit, and then I go to bed and I go up around 12, and I don't eat until 2 or between 2 or 4. So yeah, it's like 14, 16 hours.
Wow.
Yeah, it's just because I don't eat breakfast.
Oh, that's
So,
a shame. It's the most important meal of the day.
yeah, but I'm not hungry at breakfast. I can't. My stomach don't want it when I.
And your sandwiches? Are those your favorite?
Yeah, I mean I eat sandwich most of the
I'm
time.
just curious, like, what you put in your sandwiches.
Yeah, it's always sausage, ham,
Ooh.
cheese. I mean, it differs. I don't have a lot of vegetable on my sandwich because I don't think they add anything to the sandwich, even if it's good for you. I mean, I'm so skinny, it doesn't matter really. I don't need it to like lose weight or anything like that, so then I
Right.
don't really care. Yeah. So I would one thing I would never use like fucking amazing when I'm disappointed about something.
No?
No, I wouldn't use that for being disappointed on something.
What would you say?
Yeah, I would just more sigh and just
Sigh.
something
Okay.
like that. I mean, I wouldn't say anything really.
I just wanted to throw in the
Yeah,
fucking
yeah,
amazing.
yeah. I'm just pointing out what I would have done.
Your tagline, your famous tagline.
Yeah. Yeah, and then the ice cream sound in the background starts, and I shout ice cream like a madman, jumping up and down. Uh, yeah, I I wouldn't really do that. I would more
Yeah.
like I could it could be really interesting getting ice cream, but I would more walk.
To walk.
Yeah, and I also would if I would run, I would totally outrun the kids. Just saying, because I'm really really fast. So them getting there with parents in tow, no way I would lose in a.
Well, keep in mind, you didn't eat for 16 hours,
That
and
doesn't
you
matter.
know.
I would still outrun them.
All right, I trust you, Mark.
Just putting it out there, I would outrun. Yeah, and then I spot that the ice cream man is not a man, and yeah, I mean most of this stuff kind of speak for itself, doesn't it? And one thing, it's just uh, it's you said it took like I have a problem finding women, so that's why I assume that's why I'm really really shy and stuff.
Right, yeah. Well, because you're stuck in your room playing Cube World, so
Yeah,
you don't interact with women a lot,
yeah.
so.
It's just the whole first chapter is really me not being. When you just read how I am, I'm like, this guy is uncool as hell. Yeah. Is there anything else you want to add to this?
About, well, I'm not looking at it because I'm on my phone, so.
Yeah, I'm just trying
Yeah.
to see if it's anything I.
No.
Yeah, like it's. I think it's really really well done. This the so-called erotic part of it.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
glad you think so.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, it's done really well.
Oh.
It's a, one thing for me, like when she asks you, "You're cute. What's your name?" I'm Mark, Marky Mark. I'm just realizing for myself, like so I'm Mark, Marky Mark.
Marky Mark.
I'm just thinking myself like doing it like James Bond style.
Exactly, that's what I was going for.
So I would never ever use Marky Mark, but it still it works.
Like, try to be a badass, try to pick up women.
Yeah. So from being like the shy kind of guy, and then like
Mhm.
just
Like, all of a sudden getting this, I don't know, strength to,
yeah,
or
he's
confidence.
he gets he's unexpectedly confident. It's like we all think he's shy, but he's not really.
Exactly.
I like the part where the kid insists, "I want the cone, daddy."
He just like sneaks up behind them, you're like have your head like shoved in her tits. And this poor kid is
Yeah.
like behind you wanting a cone. And the dad just like sneaks in and he's like, this isn't for you. You're too young for this.
Yeah, and then she just gives a snow cone for free to the kid.
Yeah. He's just like, I don't want anyone else to know about this. Go away.
I mean, let's be honest. Rachel looks super awesome, super cool, super badass. Whatever you would like to say about her
yeah.
in the story.
Oh, yeah. And I'm sure she is in real life, too, because
Yeah.
she seems, from her tweets, like she's
Yeah.
very bold.
Yeah,
Hmm.
but she's really secretive.
Yeah, like I haven't even heard from her in a couple days actually, since Monday. Like I haven't seen any of her tweets. And I don't think she's read the fanfic yet either.
No.
I hope
And
she's
she's,
okay.
yeah, she just, when this happens, she just,
You
I'm
should
gonna,
know, Mark. I don't know where you have her.
maybe I should tweet her and then see what's happened.
Like, where are you?
Where are you, abortion
Where's my
waifu?
love of my life?
Well, let's be honest. Who needs Cube World when the real world just got better? I mean, I could from that, from all that happened in that scene. Of course, you would go with real world.
Like, screw Cube World. I'm gonna
Yeah.
get laid.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, is Ramborshan Doorman actually a door? That would be. I mean,
be quite weird. Yeah.
He's Rachel's all's doors, all the doors in the whole of the house, and it's speaking doors everywhere.
Like an Alice Madness type feel.
Yeah,
That's weird.
yeah. I think that was a real good first chapter.
I'm glad. It was meant to be like a teaser, you know, like
Yeah,
it leaves you wondering what's gonna happen next.
yeah. But it's, you have written it as a, like, exactly how every other fan fiction is. So I mean, it
Aww,
works.
it's my first too, so that means a lot.
Yeah. But it's how you build whole story. It works exactly as, because you it's just like you tease more and more and more for every, like, chapter.
Yeah.
It's usually how most of the fanfics work. Not
Mhm.
until the last chapter or something like that. Finally, stuff gets really real. Usually, because in in stuff, like, I've read some stuff before, and usually they just tease you, and like something always comes up right at the moment everything is about to go down, and then okay, you have to wait for another episode, and then it gets further in, but something happens again, and
Right.
yeah.
I'm glad people enjoyed it though.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I'm probably gonna try and do the audio thing, me doing it tomorrow probably,
Yeah.
because I don't
Mhm.
think I will have time to do it today. So
Okay.
I have been working earlier in the week, so I have also been very tired, and usually do
Right.
when you work,
Sluggish.
yeah,
Mhm.
you don't have the same energy. Even though I mean, doing podcasts, I can do with low energy as well, because I become slightly more crazy usually. So
I agree.
it works out usually in my favor when I'm tired.
Right.
All the, like, when we played Marvel Heroes and stuff,
Mhm.
I don't even know where I come up with all the stuff, because I'm usually, the same as when I'm drunk. When I'm drunk, I can never, nobody can shut me up. I speak like forever. And
I can imagine.
other than, because when I'm not drunk or tired, I'm usually a kind of quiet guy, because if I don't have anything I want to say in the conversation, I'm gonna just be quiet.
Right. And just chill.
Yeah, I'm just gonna listen and just listen to the conversation and not say anything. Also,
Right.
my brain has a big, like, filter. Like, if it wants, it's just like, is the thing you're saying right? Is it like, what the fuck? Just I'm like,
That's very enlightening, Mark. Very
yes,
enlightening.
yes. So I think that wraps it up for today. I don't
Awesome.
think that's roughly 40 minutes maybe. I don't know.
32.
32.
32. About to be 33.
Yeah, I think unless it's something you want to talk about, maybe something interesting you would like to share or talk about or anything.
I wanted to ask you, how's the female thing going in real life?
I haven't really. I mean, I don't know really. I have a hard time. Like, uh, uh, the problem for me isn't talking to women and stuff like that. It's just deciding whether or not it I'm interested in the person that way. Am I
Right.
interested in her in that like romantic or hot sexual way or whatever we would like to say
Yeah.
it. So, for instance, there were two girls in when I went to like we have like this work. I don't know what job coaching. They help us uh, try and get jobs. So
Right.
then we are in a group. Then I was usually talking to one of the girls, but problem for me like everything she felt really younger than me. Okay, she was like 19, but
Mhm.
she really felt like she was like 18, 19. She really felt younger in like mindset and stuff, and
Right.
she wanted like work and just go out and travel lo- really much. So don't really see how that would worked because I would have wanted it on a deeper level, so to speak.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah, yeah, I understand.
and then uh, the other girl, Lynn, she was that was much more harder decision for me to when I debated with myself if I wanted to ask her out or not.
Mhm.
But I'm gonna be honest, I still haven't. Yeah,
You
I
gotta
mean,
stay ballsy, Mark. Stay ballsy.
yeah, I mean, you don't know if you don't try. But I mean, it, it's maybe because I'm so picky about people and I'm usually very demanding person
Mhm.
to be with. I think because I'm like to be alone for a while as well. So I don't
Right.
just want to see that person all the time, unless we have. I mean, I've met people that everything clicks
Mhm.
with. The only problem when I mean, really like get see her as a really viable option, but it's usually those people in the I haven't really when I started talking to them and stuff, they turned out not to be as I expected them to be.
Right. Yeah.
They're not on this like same level as I am or whatever.
Same level.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know if I'm lower level of. You know what I mean? I mean,
You just don't know.
yeah. So, but I don't know. Usually
There's no
because
need to rush anyway, so.
no, but because usually the girls I've met with on parties
Mhm.
and stuff, most of the people have never really seen me as an option. You can clearly see that, and those people I don't like, they're not even taking part in my conversation with them. Really, they're
Yeah.
just looking at other people when talking to
Mhm.
them. It's not worth my time. I know that people say hard to get stuff, but if you're hard to get, I'm not gonna bother. Really, if I'm gonna have to like go really all out, I not really. That's just
Right, yeah. Well, maybe you should stay single, Mark. Just saying.
yeah. I have no real. rush to it, but it would be kind of nice for a change to
Yeah, to
meet
have
somebody.
some companionship.
Yeah,
And they'd be able to be on the Crowncast, so you won't be alone.
it depends on if they want to do it, or
Oh, of course they will.
yeah. I mean, look at just John and his girlfriend. She's not really that
Oh, true, yeah.
into.
It's weird because she showed up on when I was on the show for the first time.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, like I was talking, but I wasn't looking at the stream while I was talking.
yeah.
And when I looked back at the chat after the phone call was over, everyone was like, "Who's that girl?" And I thought they were talking about me. But then I look at the episode again, and some chick shows up and kisses John as he's talking to me, and I was like, "Oh God, I hope I didn't piss her off."
Yeah.
So
She put the question through. Did you listen to the Croncast? She actually wondered what surströmming is.
no.
So apparently, if Jan comes over here, we're gonna really try that out.
Oh, sounds good.
Yeah, yeah, and now I think with that spoken about, now every girl out there who joins, I don't know if I said what I'm looking for, but I'm not. If you're
Well, why don't you, Mark?
yeah,
Say what you're looking for.
that's what I'm going to. That's what I was going to say now. I'm just. I mean, it's really great if you're someone who's like a geek person. Like that helps because it's easier if you're like interested in movies, TV, gaming, whatever. Just so that you have something in common. Because I know people who can be together with other people who don't have anything in common, and they really work well together.
Right.
I can understand they have that, but I wouldn't be able to really it wouldn't work for me because I have to explain like everything all the time. I feel
right.
like that
if you make like a reference to something, they don't get it.
Yeah. So I feel like that wouldn't really work.
Well, what are your favorite movies or TV shows? You know, maybe it'll catch someone's interest who's listening.
Wow, movies is much easier. I like action, uh, comedy. Comedy is more harder for me because when cringe-worthy stuff happens in that, I have problem handling it most of the times. I'm not a big horror fan because I don't. For me,
Yeah, me
I don't see the point in getting scared. Never have, never will. So
I agree.
Yeah, so movies I like the most stuff really. The deeper stuff in movies, if I can find one that's really like going deep emotionally and conversation, and that would be amazing. But that's really hard to have to find really.
Yeah, it's very rare. Usually indie movies are very good at that, but
Yeah, but the problem for me is I have a hard time finding those great indie movies because it would be easier if you just but the thing is with those independent movies, they have a quite large budget as well. That's
yeah.
the really nice thing. Yeah, and TV shows. I mean, I watched almost everything. So
Almost everything.
yeah, I don't really know what I don't watch because I think I've tallied up to like I watch around 30, at least around 30 TV shows every year.
Oh wow.
I
only watch one.
If not more. What do you watch? Breaking Bad?
I watched Breaking Bad, yes.
I remember you saying that. Breaking Bad is really great. It's just that's the premise. I never really been that into like the whole premise of drug things. So
Yeah.
I have a hard time like really connecting to it that way. But I can tell. I mean, they're like acting, writing, everything like that is amazing. That's why I like. I mean, for me, it's like the best TV show ever made. Even though I may not really
Yeah.
like it that much, I can appreciate it for everything that is the writing and acting and all stuff like that.
Mhm. Mhm.
So, but TV shows, I watch so much stuff. I mean, I don't watch unless the episode is really great. I'm gonna skip through some parts of the thing just because I can't be bothered to stay and watch TV
The
shows.
whole thing, yeah.
Uh, it would take me like whole day probably to. It would take me too long to watch everything otherwise. So, but I don't have a problem with that because since I'm watched so much stuff and I've been worked or uh, went to school for movies, I'm really good at knowing exactly what's going to happen in that part.
Right, yeah, me too.
So that's why those parts I skip unless it's something I want to watch.
Mhm.
Like, for instance, like uh, I mean, there's stuff in like some TV shows that's just amazing, like Person of Interest, which I just got into watching recently. They're like one of the guys have has a great connection with his dog. It's just the whole
Aw.
just just the little things in some TV shows are what make
Yeah.
it great to make those persons really feel real. Yeah. And I have to admit to everyone, I watch also romantic stuff, movies like that by myself.
Really?
Yes, I admit that. Yes,
You
because
admit it with dignity. There's nothing wrong with that.
because I always find stuff like that really interesting in character wise and how they act and stuff like that.
And they
Also
change too.
also like in TV shows, I have watched Gossip Girl just because okay, it ended up in the like two last seasons. It ended up being so bad that it's ended up being more of a comedy because it was so
Yeah.
bad. So I just watched it because it was so bad. But so and I used to watch like Gilmore Girls, and
Mhm.
I also watch like
I used to watch that too. Yeah.
and just stuff like is about life. I love watching that because I can put myself into that. If I would like live my life that way, how would
Mhm.
like put myself into that world?
Yeah. It probably wouldn't be nearly as dramatic, but
Yeah,
I do the same thing too.
yeah,
I noticed that you liked that one movie, Silver Linings Playbook.
yeah,
That's kind of a romantic movie, right?
yeah. It was. I think it was great. I think from my standpoint, I felt like that one should have won the Oscar, but
Yeah.
uh, just because I didn't really see ever think Argo was that special, but that's just my
I
opinion.
watched that movie too, but I mean, I didn't see why it won. I mean, it was good, but
And
Silver Linings Playbook, yeah.
yeah, I think the problem is that the Oscars, the last like movies that's been up for it, it goes to show how worse and worse movies have gotten, because
Right, yeah.
it's
I
not
agree.
the depth of great movies aren't there anymore. I mean,
Mhm.
after I think No Country for Old Men, it started like dying out really when it comes to great movies.
Right, yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
Well, I'm definitely going to be live tweeting the next Oscar
Yeah,
show. And I'm
with
sure you will too, Mark, like we did
yeah,
last year.
yeah,
Or this year, I think.
yeah. It was this year. Everyone, I think we I
We
think I came
spammed
up to
everyone,
over
yeah.
like 150 tweets or something like that in just
Yeah.
that day.
Just for that one event.
Yeah, so
Every little thing.
yeah, or I'm thinking of maybe we just live stream our reaction if it's
Oh,
possible.
that would be great. I'd love that.
I mean, that would be just awesome to do. I think
That
everyone
would be
in.
a lot of fun, yeah.
I think it's better for people who don't want their Twitter spammed all this.
I agree.
Yeah, Ellen DeGeneres is the host for it next
Oh,
year.
really? Oh,
Yes.
wow. That'll be interesting.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
excited.
Yeah, I think I didn't really think Seth MacFarlane.
Yeah.
He did at best of his capabilities, I think.
Mhm.
But I don't know how much he had like the idea for what they were going to do with his parts of it.
Right, yeah.
I think honestly, from I think what's Hugh Jackman when he
Ooh,
did
yeah.
when he did it, it worked because he was just going on doing great presentations and doing great music numbers. I've just felt like that that one felt so fluid the whole that
Mhm.
Oscar. I remember that so well because there are other ones like they had oh my god, it's Franco and what's her name?
Anne Hathaway?
Yeah, when they did it, I mean, they just James Franco looked stoned, and
Yeah.
he when from all reports he was stoned, and she was just nervous, which were really surprising to me.
Yeah, because
Cause
she's on camera, like, all the time, so.
yeah, and she also had been on that stage the year before when Hugh Jackman had it and stuff, and they just failed it big time.
Oh, huge.
Yeah, and Billy Crystal was the worst decision ever. I I had a hard time not falling asleep on that one.
Mhm.
So, yeah, I kind of miss that they don't play the full music stuff when they have like the music parts of it with songs.
Yeah,
But
right.
I can still understand. It makes the whole Oscar so much longer.
True. It just sucks that when they try to give like their acceptance speech,
Yeah,
they have to do that music, to like tell them, like hurry the fuck up
yeah.
and like shut up. Like give them their moment, they worked hard for this and I
Yeah,
don't know.
I don't really understand that. I mean, they have
That's why I watch it.
I mean, the music. I mean, they have cut almost all the music out of it. So why can't they just let them speak? I mean, I would
Exactly.
understand if it was suddenly like 3 4 minutes long and it just kept going. Everyone
Yeah, I agree.
everyone knows when in the audience when it's time to wrap up, and
Mhm.
then you could pressure the person who have won. But just them
Yeah.
like have to like speak in so fast.
Yeah, and not even like give like a very touching speech and just be like, "Okay, thank you, mom. Thank you, husband, and
Yeah,
whatever. Okay, bye."
yeah. I mean, I feel bad for just those people. I mean, those people behind the camera. For me, I'm always gonna say they're so much more important than actors because I've been taught that way, and I really agree with that notion that I mean
Me
the
too.
actors aren't really that important. I mean they are the gets the fame. I can I can buy that because they are the people that you are going to associate yourself with and gonna look up to. But still, when
Yeah.
it comes to like acknowledging skill and stuff, I mean,
Come
like
on, you know.
directors
Yeah.
and writers should get allowed to speak more than they're allowed, because I mean actors get double the time, I think, when they're doing
Mhm.
their speeches. Also the director, I think, gets the amount of time they get, but mm, I just hope next year will, I just hope every year it will be better. But I mean, what movie has it been out this year that's Oscar worthy?
In my opinion, I don't know because I've only seen the Superman movie and I forgot what else, but I don't know. What do you think?
I think, I mean, if you take out the equation that he's Superman, it would be a fucking bloody amazing movie.
Yeah.
But the fact is that he's Superman makes it. I had the same. John and I agreed over this. That we just felt something was off with it.
Yeah.
We couldn't really like put it. I mean, they do their own Superman. I can accept that, but it's just their Superman just felt a little bit off for me. So
Mhm.
that's why I didn't fully love it. But I mean, what are you going to have at the Oscar? Are you going to have like Star Trek, Superman? I mean, I don't. I haven't heard any movie that's like everyone is going crazy over.
Yeah. Last year they had some pretty good movies though. Like that one movie with the tiger, the Indian movie,
Yeah,
and
I've been.
I think
Yeah,
it was Life of Pi.
yeah,
I
the,
haven't seen that, but it looks pretty amazing.
yeah.
And
I heard different things about it. Some people find it really cool. Some people find it extremely boring. So I have
mhm.
two sides of the coins. That's why I'm like, okay, should I not watch this movie? So, but
Yeah,
sometime I will watch. Yeah, Django
definitely.
Unchained, it was worthy of being there.
Hmm.
Uh, aren't are what's I think Cohen brothers are doing a movie this year.
Yeah,
They
he's
use
looking it up.
yes, I do. Let's see here. Yeah.
They are?
Oh yes. Now I remember. It's about the singer-songwriter
Oh.
who goes around from job to job. He's like he plays old country music or something. I don't remember. He's playing some kind of folk music. Is it? He's playing, and it's
Uh-huh.
in the like 1960s. Is it going to take place?
Hmm.
So it's. I don't know if it has premiered in.
I haven't heard about it, but
Yeah, I watched the trailer for it. It's coming out in USA in December.
ooh.
Typical. They put it up so that it can be eligible for Oscars.
Typical, yeah.
20 December. Usually the movies that's going to be Oscars movies are usually going out in November, December, because
Yeah.
they want them to remember it when
So it's still fresh in their mind, yeah.
yeah. That's why the summer movies is all those blockbuster style movies,
Mhm.
and then the so-called amazing movies, which I mean, I think every other movie with the Coen brothers are usually good
Mhm.
or great. I mean, it's very much up and down what they do.
Didn't you mention once that you didn't like Swedish movies or something like that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
some of them they really we have like I don't know what the book is called in English. I think it's called Fast Money. It's
Uh-huh.
uh, it's a book about like easy money, is it called?
Okay.
It's they made a movie in that in Swedish, and I mean for me it's movie works out better for me than the book because uh, the first book at least it's very much like uh, Stockholm upper class way
Yeah.
speaking, and if someone talks like that I just want to punch them in the face. So that's why I couldn't really get myself to read that book because I just wanted to punch everyone in the face. Which sounds kind of weird, but that style of talking. And yeah, and also what's Stieg Larsson?
Uh-huh.
What's the woman with the dragon tattoo?
Mm-hmm.
The Swedish,
Um,
Swedish version of that I
the
thought
Swedish version, yeah.
was really really great.
Yeah, that's what I heard, that it was better than the American version.
Yeah, or like for me, that one was so great that I didn't really want to watch
The American version?
yeah,
Yeah.
because you're always gonna the first thing you watch of a style, and it goes. For instance, if you have a TV show that you watch that is in UK, and you watch that and you feel that's amazing, and that goes over and American makes the same version of that, you're always
Yeah.
gonna appreciate the first thing more and really not appreciate the new thing. Even though I mean, America's really great at making their own style of the same stuff that's maybe from UK, Denmark, or whatever it was in the first place, because
Mm-hmm.
it's just very different. It's like American style and and it's
Hollywood, yeah.
yeah, no, not when it comes to TV shows really. It's just has its own style to it.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I really love, for instance, Shameless, which is
Oh, I love that with Emma, right?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The American version I think is really really great because it's like comedy and also there's dark parts in it. Yeah. Yeah, I think we have it's the longest podcast I've ever done.
It is officially an hour.
I never did done an hour.
Wow, we did good.
Yeah. We we have never spoken to each other, so it's stuff that we don't
So
know
we're
really
taking advantage of it now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So
if they stuck around this long, thank you
yeah,
for listening.
yeah. So you can find Layla at Layla Alvar on the Twitterverse. You also have a YouTube channel, I know,
Yes.
but I
But I haven't updated it yet,
Yeah.
so eh.
yeah, it's okay. With you working all the time, I think it's okay that you don't really upload that much to it. You have-
Right.
you really have to go full into it, like Jan have done with his. He barely has any free time because of it.
The real life, why do you screw me?
Yeah. Yeah. So thanks you guys for listening, and I hope you will continue to listen to more of my Croncast. We're up to 20 episodes, and I will hit probably 50 quite quickly, which is
Woo!
because next week I'm going to do a full week of only guests.
Oh
because
wow.
I
Awesome.
realized how so many people have said to me, I want to be a guest, I want to be a guest. I'm was thinking,
I've
I'm gonna,
noticed you've got popular.
some of the people are not going to get on until like November or something.
Oh,
So I felt like, okay, then I will just have to do like a guest week now and maybe do one again in October or something like that to get.
wonderful.
But I'm
I'm
probably not.
happy for you, Mark. You've done a good job so far.
Yeah, I have done. It's been so much better because I never had the idea really to do podcast in the beginning at all until
Yeah.
Smart Guy really wanted me and Hazard to do Europe edition. I think
Yeah.
it would do really fine, but I mean, it's just when I ponder it, like I don't really know how would make it because I mean, could we what could we really what would it be about? And I wanted to have his own style, and
Mhm.
Hazard seemed to be really busy most of the time being.
Yeah.
So I felt like okay, then if I try to do my by myself, and yeah, I have enjoyed it so much more than I ever thought I would.
I can tell.
And the fact is that like the speed I'm like I'm like 43 subscribers on my YouTube channel. Uh,
Wow.
I mean,
Very nice.
I didn't think it would rise that fast for me.
But
I
it
mean,
did.
yeah, because I told Jan that when he was on my podcast that my goal is to have like my goal is uh, by next GamerCon, which is next year at the same
Mhm.
time as now. I want to have like around 1,000 people
Oh wow.
continually watching. Yeah, it's a goal to set up. Like in 1 year, if I keep doing this, I feel like
Mhm.
it's a possibility. Uh, but I honestly I don't really care if I. But it would
Well,
be
I believe in you, Mark. I think you can
yeah
do it.
yeah if it's continually getting more and more people interesting like this and also becoming better and better at English all the time. And
Mhm.
so I don't really have to think everything I say. So it's why it's getting easier for me. So which is why I do this kind of thing. Like I did gaming videos in the beginning, just because I wanted to get better at talking English.
Well, you sound great. So
Yes, my accent is
that
amazing.
accent. Everybody loves that accent.
Yeah, I mean it's so weird when I start speaking Swedish and
Yeah.
compare my accent. It's just it's so weird. It's not really that close anymore. I don't know if I've been influenced so much by American accents or whatever. It's been some sort of mesh with my Swedish one that it's
Mhm.
just so different. Yeah, but thank you for coming on. It was fun.
No, thank you for inviting me. I'm glad you did. I was secretly hoping that you would. I didn't want to beg you for it.
Yeah, I said in one of my podcasts that I wanted to have you on
So thank you.
when Slinky said he wanted to come on, but I was going to have him on like last week, I think, but there's once when he was going to Orlando and
Yeah, so it
stuff.
was
So
bad timing.
yeah,
Mhm.
so I will have him on for next week on guest week. So
Awesome. I'll
yeah,
be listening.
yeah. So thank you, all the people have listened this long, and I will see you on the next Crimecast. Bye.
Bye.